Alright, happy anniversary to myself. So today, June 13th, is the 11th anniversary of the first time I ever went out on a solo sexual date by myself. And to understand why that's such a big day for me, we got to actually go back a few months before that. I was involved in a very abusive relationship with a girl that I had met online. And I was working on my PhD at the time. She had taken advantage of me, both mentally and financially. And I wasn't eating right. I was spending all my money on her, and I was eating roadkill as well as fish out of Lake Ontario. I wasn't doing too well with my school. My grades suffered, and I almost dropped out of school. And my health suffered from what I was eating. I still don't know why I was so sick. My speculation is that it's mercury poisoning from the fish out of Lake Ontario. But after the events of last year, it made me wonder just what I caught from everything that I was eating. And I was frightened to death about breaking up with her because I didn't know life existed outside of a relationship with a girl. You see, I've taken for granted, I've been dating for quite a number of years by this point, and I've had times when I was in between relationships, never for very long, but they were always very, very terrifying weeks or months or sometimes a year where I didn't know how to find myself. You know, especially if I had something coming up, right? I'm going on vacation soon, there's a movie that I like coming out, and there's no girl to go with me. That used to be a very terrifying thought. I know it sounds funny now, it's talking about it now, especially if you watch my other videos, but that used to be a very, very terrifying thought. So I broke up with her a few weeks before June 13th of 2010. Now on June 13, 2010, I had a coin show that I wanted to go to in Henrietta, a suburb of Rochester. And I didn't have a girl to take to that coin show, and I almost didn't go. And I woke up and it was a Sunday, just like today it was Sunday. I think this is only the first time I celebrate the anniversary on a Sunday again. And it was a very clear skies day, just like today. Although I'm in Phoenix right now, but the skies are very clear just like today. And I just thought that I should at least ride my bicycle to the coin show and say hello to people that I knew there, and maybe have to explain why the girl isn't with me anymore. And that used to be a frightening experience as well, to lose my identity along with the relationship. That used to be a very frightening aspect as well. I got to the coin show and I quickly forgot that I didn't have my girlfriend with me. Nobody there asked me about it. People accepted it, and I quickly forgot, and that was the most liberating feeling I ever had in my lifetime. You know, if you've ever had any feeling of relief, right, after you take a big bowel movement, or after something bad it happened and it wasn't as bad as you thought it was, or maybe a family member, or maybe yourself got COVID-19 and you recovered and you got a big wave of relief that you weren't going to die. That's the feeling I got going to the coin show that day was literally like that, because it made me realize all the things that I thought I couldn't do without the girl I actually could. And in 2011 I started writing computer games, abstract strategy computer games. And in 2013, I went to my first tournament at the Computer Olympiad. It was held in Yokohama that year, and I went there without a girl. That would have been unimaginable just 3 years earlier. That's why I didn't have too many hobbies. The ones that I did, they all disappeared along with the girl that I was involved in them with. That's why I never had any hobbies that lasted very long before competing in the Computer Olympiad. There's a very funny footnote to this whole solo sexual relationship. So 2 years ago, I was scared to death because I had met a girl and we had hit it big, and we were seriously considering getting married, and my time as a single guy was coming to an end, and I was scared to death. It was the equivalent of, in 10 when I was scared to death about not having a girl to take to an event. And I was able to sneak away. I forgot what my girlfriend was involved in at the time, but I was able to sneak away a couple of times, including in June of 2019, I went to see Toy Story 4 by myself. Now, before I went to go see Toy Story 4, I realized I had never seen Toy Story 3 before. So I had to rent a copy of the DVD. And I was thinking to myself, why didn't I see Toy Story 3? And then it dawned on me because I didn't have a girlfriend to take to the movie theaters that time. Now, I went to look up what day Toy Story 3 was released because I wanted to just go down memory lane. What was I doing at the time? How I was feeling? It was actually released after I had gone on my first solo sexual date, a few weeks after that. I think I just wasn't too comfortable with it just yet. But in the 11 years since I've been solo sexual, I've gone to computer game tournaments. I saw Toy Story 3 and 4. I saw Jumanji: The Next Level. I've gone on multiple vacations. And so now it's the other way around. The thought of ever leaving my solo sexual life scares the crap out of me. And another big, and this is in conjunction with another problem I have. I tend to attract girls who are many years my junior, sometimes a decade or two my junior, which means that once I do get married, if I end up having a good relationship with her, I may never be solo sexual again. So anyway, happy anniversary to myself, 11 years.